up, guys? I'm Lily.
Hi, I'm Haley.
And we are going to be doing a segment called YATGoodSnooze. It's a spin-off of John Krasinski's Some Good News, and it is PJ themed. So it is YATGoodSnooze, and we sent out a prompt for you guys to answer with what's your most memorable high school experience.
This is our first podcast type setting, so bear with us for a little bit. Okay, so start it off. First, we had Amy Abair, she's a senior at Irvine High School, and she would like to have a shout out. One time, I was walking into class and it was a rainy day. I was also on crutches because I broke my leg. That's not funny. So I was walking into class, no biggie, but the floor was still slippery. So I started crutching in, and then the next thing I know, I slipped and fell in the middle of the hallway and was just lying on the ground. I didn't know if I re-broke my leg or something, so I just kept laying there. It was so awkward. I was just on the ground and everyone was walking around or over me, and I was just like, it's an emoji, I don't know how to recreate it. Then I went to the nurse and got to go home, very embarrassing, but now it's funny.
Now it's funny.
I feel like that's most of funny stories. All these are really embarrassing to look back on, but then the more traumatizing, the funnier it is.
I know, I feel bad for laughing, but oop.
Have you broken anything?
No. Have you?
No. Surprisingly.
Not yet. I'm literally so clumsy.
I've been waiting.
I know. Waiting for my mama. I still have another year. I'm a junior. Next year.
Maybe I'll break my leg for this segment. Okay. Next name is Joseph Jung. He is a senior at Irvine High School, and his craziest or funniest high school experience was going to every single football game as a musician of the Irvine High Marching Band and making unforgettable memories with my friends. That was wholesome.
I know, that was cute. I can't laugh at that. Thanks, Joseph.
Thanks. I joined Marching Band this year, and that has been a struggle.
Are you good at it?
No. Next submission is Rachel Nakatukatsa. I know Rachel, but I still don't know how to pronounce her last name. She is in 10th grade at Irvine High School, and her most funniest or craziest high school experience is, my most memorable high school experience was when I was able to play in the school's musical. This is really cute. It was numerous long hours of rehearsal, but what made it so important was amazing people who I performed with. Personally, it was an awesome feeling to create such a special show and the students. It holds a very special place in my heart and always will.
That's so wholesome.
Really wholesome, yeah.
They're so nice. I'm from YAT, by the way.
Oh, yeah. We're on the YAT staff, by the way.
I'm from Northwood. He's from Irvine. We haven't talked about it.
Yep. The next one is Chloe McVicker. She is a senior at Irvine High School. And she said, when we were in San Fran for marching band, our whole group was in our room and we were just hanging out and having fun. Then all the boys started singing You're Insecure, aka You Don't Know You're Beautiful by One Direction, but only that one part. Do you know that part?
Yeah.
It's like, you're insecure, you're insecure. We were trying to be really quiet, but that didn't really work. 5 minutes later, our band director stormed into our room and yelled at everyone to get out. He was so mad. The worst part is that all 3 drum majors and half the leadership team was in our room, and we all got busted on the first day. But now it's the most memorable part of the whole trip. I was actually in the room when this happened.
Really?
Yeah. I was rooming, and then, oh my gosh, that was so funny. First of all, it was 9 p.m., and it wasn't even bedtime yet. So the people that complained, those are weenies. They're weenies. Next name, Caitlin Boone. She is a senior at Irvine High School.
Irvine's really pulling through.
Irvine's pulling through right now. Describe your funniest and craziest high school experience. She said, as I only got, why did you start it off like that? As I only got to drive to, no, what?
You got this, Haley.
As I only got to drive to school every few days, I never got a parking permit to park in school's parking lot because the price was outrageous. Every time I would drive to school, I would park on Escalar, which is the side street at Irvine High School, yeah, where parking was free. But sometimes I would get coffee before class, or I would just be late and there'd be no spots on Escalar. So I had to park in the parking lot. For the first few times I parked in the parking lot, I never got a ticket, so I just continued parking there. One day, I went to lunch with my friends and went to the back parking lot because I had an open third. I walked up to my car. I saw a yellow slip. I got a ticket! You would think I learned my lesson, but every time I was late, I would just park in the school parking lot. I wouldn't get tickets for the next few times, but after I walked to my car coming back from one class, I saw another ticket. After much thought, I decided to get a parking permit so I wouldn't have to worry about getting any more tickets. It was only $20. I used it for about 2 weeks. And then school got canceled because Corona. The end.
This poor girl. Also, it's only $20.
This person is Bella Ariano. She's a senior from Irvine High School, Vaqueros. They said, one time I was with, she put names down, and I know them, so it's okay. I'll just say them. One time I was with David Shane and Alex Haw, and we were walking to the girls' soccer game. Alex wanted to hop the fence to get to the bleachers at the Irvine Stadium because he was too lazy to walk around. Relatable. Mm-hmm. David and I hopped over the fence and we landed perfectly. Cool face. And then it was Alex's turn. Alex was standing on top of the gate and it started swinging back and forth, and then he tried to jump off. He ended up sliding down the pole and his hoodie got stuck at the very top of it. His feet were dangling, not touching the ground, and he was just swinging on the pole. He cut his finger and it bled a little, but has to let that go. It was so funny. Thank you. I don't think I have any hoodies that are that strong. That will like keep me like.
Yeah, what?
That's crazy. It feels like a tennis ball.
So funny. That would definitely happen to me. Or I just like fall on my face. Like I feel like I wouldn't get like a little buffer. Like just be down.
This next person is an anonymous from Northwood High School. Give a good code name.
Apple.
Apple. Perfect. I climbed up to the roof of Northwood's theater. My friends and I snuck into the black box, which then connects to the theater. What is the black box?
It's like a thing at Northwoods. It's like the little theater thingy where everyone does dance and stuff. It basically connects to the roof.
Oh, got it.
Not supposed to be there.
Not supposed to be there. When we then went up to the catwalk using the stairs when no one was in the building on a Friday evening. We didn't know it, but all the way at the top of the catwalk, there was a ladder to the roof. So then we saw it, we decided to go up and see what it was like. It was super fun and definitely one of my most fun experiences with my friends.
Aww.
In no way are condoning trespassing.
Yeah, don't do that.
Do not do that.
But like, that's a good time.
Yeah.
That's probably why they're anonymous. You're roasted.
To be anonymous, and also from Northwood High School. Wow, Northwood wants to be anonymous.
Yeah,
that's dangerous. To living on the edge. Okay. So this junior from Northwood High School says, going to see the Nutcracker the night before my math final and then falling half asleep when I was trying to take the final. I hope the Nutcracker was worth it. Maybe it was.
That's me, okay.
Would like to also remain anonymous. Would you like to give them a code name?
Let's do Yatter.
Yatter is a 10th grader at Northwood High School.
Dang, Northwood.
Ooh, this one's long. I'm excited. And Yatter provided an image.
Nice, okay.
This one happened during high school, but it's not exactly a high school experience. Either way, it was super fun, so I'll share it anyway. It was the first of 2020. The future was looking bright before COVID hit. This person's a good storyteller. And then one of my friends had gotten free passes to Disney. We honestly spent the whole day screwing around, and then we rode Splash Mountain at 9 p.m. without ponchos. Bad decision, but we thought there would be a nice place where we could dry off. Unfortunately, there wasn't. So we went on Splash Mountain 4 more times in the pitch dark since we were already soaked. It was spooky and freezing cold, but it was so much fun. A great start to the year. Another happy moment. Ooh, it's like a sequel. My sister was supposed to pick me up after school one day, but she showed up with her boyfriend, and we ended up spending the whole afternoon at the animal shelter. I was third wheeling a bit, but the animals were so adorable. There's a third moment. Haha. My friends and I went to go watch another one of our friends perform at her play, but we didn't tell her and wanted to surprise her. Well, turns out that that's the night she caught the flu and couldn't perform. We found out right before the show, and I'm illiterate. We found out right before the show started, and we're super bummed and amazed at our circumstance, but we ended up just walking to the nearby plaza and getting dinner. We had such a great time, though. If you can't already tell, a lot of my favorite memories from high school were also spontaneous.
That's cute.
Aww. Okay, that's cute. It's like a video of like the water show. Like, whoa. My hand was crazy. Sorry, I got distracted. Okay. It's like 5 seconds. See, I'm sorry. We'll figure out the
low quality.
Low quality.
Ooh.
Hey, thank you for sharing that with us.
Thank you, Yatter.
Thank you. Next person and last person. Give me a code name again.
Pillow.
Pillow. Awesome. So Pillow is a senior at Irvine High School. I parked my car by the side of the school since I was running late for marching band, but it was a windy day. I get to band practice and realized just how windy it was, and began to worry about the trees that I had parked near. Band practice ends, and I'm walking to class when I hear rumors of this car in the parking lot that got crushed by a tree.
No.
Lo and behold, I get to anatomy class, and the first thing my teacher says is, "Anyone see that gray SUV that got crushed by the SUV?" I raise my hand and say, "I think that is my gray SUV," to which the whole class laughs at me. But to be fair, it was pretty funny. Halfway through the period, the school police officer comes and pulls me out of class to see my car. It was pretty bad. I had to go to class and for the rest of the day until after school when my mom arrived. We had to sit by my car with an insurance guy and fill out paperwork as all my classmates drove by to roll down the windows and laugh right in my face. Aww. Unluckily, the car was totaled, but luckily, the insurance covered it 100%.
Hey. Woohoo.
We ended up buying the exact same model car. Looking back, it was pretty funny. And overall, no one was harmed. But the moral of the story, don't park under a tree on a windy day.
Wait, that's so sad.
This is so sad. I'm so sorry. I feel like that's so traumatizing.
I know, that would definitely happen to me. That's like the worst luck. Poor, what was the code name? Oh,
Hello?
Oh, poor Bill.
Sorry.
Thank you.
For, yeah. Oh my gosh, he has a picture. Pillow has a picture.
Pillow has a picture of the car.
Oh no, this is pretty bad. Not gonna lie, this is pretty bad. Okay.
This is not something I would laugh at. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's a huge tree.
What?
Holy shit.
That is
the
so
largest tree I've ever seen. It's like a sequoia. Stories that you would like to share? Or any like good memories from this year?
Okay, I have some memorable ones. One of them was this year when I got asked to formal, because that was crazy. Cause I was not expecting it, but I walked out of my second period and I was just it's just a casual day, whatever. I was actually in a really bad mood because I got a bad test grade or something like that. And so I was walking out and my friends were like, "Come with us to the Oak." And I was like, no. I was like, I don't want to I don't want to talk right now. And I was in a bad mood. And then they made me go and I was like, what the heck? And then I walk out and literally the entire school is just at the Oak and I was just like, what? And everyone's screaming my name and I was like, what? And then there was there's a chair in the middle of the Oak and everyone sat me down. And then my formal date, I'm just gonna call it, his name is Shonak. He danced and lip synced to a song with background dancers and stuff, and it was so cute. And all of my friends were on it, and they made the poster and stuff. They all choreographed this big elaborate dance, and it was cute. Definitely one of my most.
I have a romance novel. I saw the video and I was like, oh my gosh, that's the cutest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Have you had any good experiences? Or just...
I've had a lot, but it's so hard racking my brain for it. Let's think.
Come on, you got this. You got this.
I got this. Went to Disneyland with marching band, and we were on Splash Mountain. Wow, this is another Splash Mountain story. I guess everything happens on there. But I remember we brought a copy of the El Vaquero, which is our school newspaper, with us, specifically for this reason. When we go down the slide, then we all opened up our El Vaqueros we were reading it, and then there's two people behind us, and then they also, or they were can we get a copy, and so they did it too, and it was really funny.
That's cute.
Yeah. I know that a lot of the experiences I've also had is ASB camp.
ASB camp.
Northwood doesn't go there, right?
Yeah, we go to a different one.
Yeah, it's really fun, but it's also really it's, I don't know. Well, this one time, oh my gosh, I forgot about this. Okay, so one time it was my sophomore year, so I was going from freshman to sophomore year, and then I was one of the youngest people.
Yeah.
And then so we go into the president's room at that time, and so we go and we sit down, and then her roommate, let's call her.
You got this. Come on.
Hamilton, because I love Hamilton. We're calling her Hamilton. And then so basically Hamilton was into witchcraft. into like white witchcraft. And so like using like the energy from like the moon to like charge rocks, and you make good stuff happen if you put good things into the universe. I don't believe in this necessarily, but I'm just saying this is what
Okay.
at that time.
Okay.
And so basically we like go into a circle, right?
Mhm.
And then all the seniors like were like really single, and then so they're like, okay, like do you have like a love spell or like something that you can like put on people so that they like fall in love with us? And she's like, sure. And then so she has like these rocks and she puts them in like the middle. We all hold hands, close our eyes, and then we could not stop laughing. She's like, you guys need to be serious or this is not gonna work. And so all of us were like, and we had to chant all mug me. I still remember this. This was like so long ago, but like all mug me, all mug me. And then the next day, the craziest thing is that it worked. The next day, like this before this is like middle of camp, right? It's like first half of camp, totally dry. Like no boys coming. But the second camp, the next day, like 3 people found guys. It was insane. And then they were like, what? They have side effects. Not good guys. Not the best. Like one of them like couldn't spell. The other one like so one of them like used like the wrong bears. And like yeah. So side effects, but it works. So
Wait, that's insane.
yeah.
Did it work for you? Did you get a guy?
Again, not good. It wasn't terrible. But I'm not allowed to say that. I feel like I'm allowed to say this. But we went on like 7 dates. It's like the first guy. Like I'm like a late bloomer. I'm a totally late bloomer.
Okay.
And so it was like the first guy that like I ever went on a date with. My first date.
Wait, so you actually went on a date with him? This is crazy.
I went on 7 dates. Never held my hand. Never even like never held my hand. We were walking on like a sunset beach, like down this path. It was like sunset, beautiful. And I was like, okay, it's gonna happen. He's gonna hold my hand. This was the first guy to hold my hand. Did not happen. We sat on a rock.
You're kidding. Really?
3-hour date. We sat on a rock and we watched the sunset while we took a time lapse. And then I was like, okay, maybe on the way back. Nope. Stood up, walked into our car, and then he dropped me off.
You went on 7 dates with him?
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much. Sorry this is a little bit like low quality.
Yeah, and now that you heard some of our stories, and hopefully you know kind of like an idea of what we submit, so.
It can really be anything, like funny or memorable. I like reading all of them.
1, 2, 3.
Thank you.